Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litsa and today is our podcast number 43. It's my favourite time of the week where we all get to hang out together and catch up on what's been going on all week. I will be sharing my crochet week with you, and down in the comments I'd love to hear what you've all been up to as well, because I know you're all very busy crocheters and I always love to hear what you're up to, and that way we can all get a little bit of inspiration, because we're all looking for something new to make, even though most of us have many whips on the go. I know I certainly do, and every week I seem to start something new, but I am trying to catch up with some of my sleeping whips as well. So as always, I guess it's only fitting that we start with Tile of the Week Thursday, being Thursday. Of course, today's actually the 3rd of August 2023. So, Tile of the Week Thursday, guys, is a little cowl that organically just grew around the YouTube street, which was started off by our friend Sam and her partner Mike on a Thursday, bring us Tile of the Week Thursday. And what happened about 52 weeks ago now, because we're on tile number 52, Sam received this book, 100 Crochet Tiles, as Happy Mail, and she pledged to make each and every tile. And she has pretty much well done so, and we've all followed it along. And at about tile number 25, I thought that this was going to be a lot of fun to join in and support our friends, of course. And along the way, we've had a lot of fun, and so many other content creators have joined in, and a lot of our yarny friends as well. So if you put in hashtag Tile of the Week Thursday, you will be inundated with a playlist full of episodes for Tile of the Week Thursday. So, if you want many hours of viewing, you'll hear the good, the bad, and the ugly about each and every tile. Now, I myself, as I said, jumped on at tile number 25 and have pretty much made most of the tiles. I've only missed out on about 2 or 3. So I've got a nice little collection. For all of my tiles, I use my Marvel 8-ply or DK weight yarn. This is one of the lovely colours that I use this week. And I do have 7 different colours that I pull from, depending on how many colours each tile needs. This tile only needed 2 colours this week. And for each tile, I'm using my 5mm hook. For those of you that don't know, I'm quite a tight crocheter. So even though DK weight yarn usually marries up with a 4mm hook, I use a 5. And what I'm hoping to do at the end of this, and we're, as I said, 52 tiles in now, so 48 to go after this week, which is a little bit away, but it's amazing how quickly the weeks roll by. I'm hoping to put them all together, either a patchwork style, blanket, or border the smaller ones so that they become all the same size, and put together some sort of blanket, which will be, I think, very pretty in the end, because all the colors will be marrying together. But a lot of people are using this project, this crochet along, to use a lot of their scraps. So great scrap buster, which is awesome. Now, this tile of the week is called the Indian terracotta tile, and I'll show it to you here, and hopefully it won't show you too much of the pattern, guys. It was only a little tile. I think it was 8 rows, and it did have some popcorn stitches, but overall it was quite enjoyable and very quick to make, which was awesome. Now, I will show you my tile, and our lovely friends Liza and Josephine, as always, have contributed to this little segment, making it even more fun. So here's my tile, guys. There it is there. It looks very happy. To me, it looks like a giant happy sun. So there it is there. Not much, the popcorn stitches give it a little bit of 3D, but as you can see, quite a simple pattern. And it did go very quickly. Now, Josephine, as always, has sent in her tile, as I said, and Liza, but I only managed to, and I'm so sorry, Liza, I printed off Josephine's, and I must have left yours downstairs, Liza, but I do have it on my iPad. So here's Josephine's tile here. Now, Josephine has been using her colour pack from Ophelia Talks, and all her tiles are made using the same colourway. Now, this week, Josephine pretty much stuck to the terracotta look of the tile itself, just like the one in the book. So she did a little, we've all done a flip. So Liza is the one that usually does that, but she went a little bit rogue like I did, and I'll show you Liza's tile. When I say rogue, I mean in just the way, the colors that we used. So where's Liz's tile? There it is there, guys. So I hope there's not too much glare off the light. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see her little popcorn stitches there as well. Very well defined. Beautiful. So thank you both of you for sending in your lovely tiles to share with us all. As I always say, it always makes this segment even more fun. But Josephine has actually been working some of the tiles before she joined the crochet along, the tile of the week Thursday. And I think she pretty much well jumped on the same time I did. Now look at this gorgeous one. This is tile number 4. Oh, I absolutely love those colours together. And it's called Autumn Glow. That is beautiful. And then she created 2 more. Now look at the little tiny baby one. Look at that one. That one is called, that looks like it's only what, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 rows. And it is tile number 5 and it's called Victoriana. And then there's this beautiful tile here. It's tile number 13. There it is there, and it's called the Southwestern Shells. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so much, girls, for joining us with your little tiles of the week Thursday. I'm sure that Sam and Mike have produced something gorgeous as well. So please make sure you go and visit their channel at Manfers Makes and see what they've been up to with their tiles and what they thought of this week's tile as well. So that's our tile as always. Like we say, tick. Done for another week. 48 to go, guys. The weeks are counting down now. I cannot believe that I've actually been on board now for, how many weeks is that? 23 weeks. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, now while we're talking about, you know, our makes and showcasing some of your work, I will also show you what Liza has sent in for us. Wait till you see this adorable little puppy. Look at him there. Now this is Arlo the puppy. Look at his little tongue. And his the pattern is by Cara Engwerda is the surname. So I will put that in the description box down below so that you all know. He looks gorgeous and his little nose looks like a love heart. Absolutely love him. And she also made this very cool giraffe. I love the way that you've put displayed him on, you know, the little bench seat there. And this is Ella the giraffe, and the pattern is by Alison North. Look at her little jacket. Absolutely gorgeous. So thank you so very, very much, Liza, for sending through your little makes. As always, you know, your toy making skills are gorgeous. Now, another cowl that I've been working on, which is just finished, and last week when I showed you my Vita shawl, I was at row number 65. So what am I referring to? I'm referring to the 3 in Glasses crochet along old cowl, which has just finished this weekend, gone the 31st, which was actually Monday, the 31st of July. And we all made the Vita shawl. This was over a 2-month period. And I have to say that Sam from Manfers Makes, Amanda from Obsessive Crochet Lady, and Rebecca from Suricata Crafts put on a beautiful crochet along for all of us. Thank you so very, very much. And there is a little montage of everybody's shawls if you go to Rebecca's channel, so you'll be able to see the people that send them in. I did send mine in, but maybe I missed the cutoff date, but that's okay. I've got it here to show you. And I also did a little reveal video showing you, you know, what I used to make the shawl and talking about it and thanking, you know, these wonderful girls, the 3 in Glasses. But they've also put out, you know, their videos showing you and talking to you about their experience with their shawl. Now, before I show you the shawl very, very quickly, I use this beautiful yarn, just mill-ends. There was a bag, 400 mill-ends, which is 2 of these. And our friend Fran from up north did tell us that these are Karen's Skinny Cakes, and it is quite a thin yarn, as you can see there. and I used a 4.5mm hook to create my beautiful shawl. Now I have to tell you, my favorite part was the border. Absolutely love this border. So if for no other reason but to see how this border was made, please go and visit the Vita shawl. It's a free pattern on a website, and I will put it down in the description box for you. But look how beautiful the colors came up. There are puff stitches in here, window stitches, and good old double crochets. Now that was all in US terminology. So, you know, as I said, please go and visit those 3 channels and you'll be able to see their version of their shawls and their experience as well. I absolutely love making this shawl. Very, very simple, very, very quick. And as I said, my favorite thing is that I have a new border that I can apply to other projects now. So that's, you know, the 3 in glasses crochet along, tick again, that's done. And the great news is that there is a plan for the 3 in glasses to put on another cowl, hopefully in the near future. If not, they did promise, well, they did say that we will be getting something soon. So that's amazing. Now, our friend Thea, she introduced me to this wonderful organization that I want to share with you. So they're called Squares for Comfort. Now, this organization is based on an African initiative called Knit a Square, which I think most of us have heard of. So basically, what they are asking for is 20 centimeter by 20 centimeter squares, either knitted or crocheted. Now, what they do then, they have a small group of volunteers who actually sew all the squares together, and they make 1 meter by 1.4 meter blankets, and they distribute them out to the most vulnerable in the community, including people that are, you know, living on the streets. And they also donate to Ronald McDonald House. They are based here in Sydney, Newcastle. So thank you, Thea, for introducing us. I will let you all know that they have a Facebook group if you want to go and have a look at what they do. But Thea has pledged, you know, to donate 120 squares. So I am going to do my very best to, you know, crochet as many as I can and send them across as well. But I just got these photos off their Facebook group. Can't even speak. So these are some of the crocheted squares that have been donated. Someone sent a huge quantity of knitted squares, and then this is what they do. They put them together. I've only got some crocheted blankets to show you, but there are definitely some knitted examples too for all our by Stitchall friends out there. So what a wonderful organisation to have, you know, for all of us living in Australia, quite close to home. And I have always thought about doing something like this, but I wasn't quite sure how to do it. So thank you, Thea, for directing us to them. As I said, they're called Squares for Comfort, and that's what their Facebook page is called as well. If you have any difficulty finding them, if you wish to, please let me know. You know, just contact me either through the comments or my email address. I'll be more than happy to direct you to them, you know. Like I said, I'm new to this as well, but I'm very excited that, you know, Thea did introduce us to it. Thank you so much, Thea. I'm hoping Thea will send me photos soon of all her squares so I can show you, you know, what she's sending off as well. Now, some of you may have already seen my video showcasing the pattern that won for the Crochet Society subscription box number 43. Now, if you haven't already done so, please go and look at the video. But our friend Liza also receives the box, and she made only something little like I did, which was great. So I'll show you what Liza made. So she made this beautiful, beautiful napkin. That's what she's calling it. It's absolutely gorgeous, and she gifted it to her mum. So she hasn't used the colors from the box. She's used different yarn. It was a very thin yarn, a sport weight yarn. And here is mine, guys. That's what I made. So basically it's mosaic crochet. Now, I absolutely love Rosina Plain, the designer. I had no idea who she was until I opened the box and then started to research, who she was from the patterns. So I highly recommend that, if you have any desire to create mosaic crochet, she is someone that you should definitely visit. So that was something that I did through the week. Not a huge project because I want to use the yarn for something, maybe a lacier scarf, because I didn't feel that the blanket that we were making was going to be large enough with the quantity of yarn that was in the box. Now, because I was, a little bit, in the mindset of, oh, wow, I've got all these other boxes and finally I'm making some projects from the boxes, I turned my mind to last year's advent calendar. And I do recall that one of my goals for this year was to try and finish one of the Advents, Crochet Society Christmas Advents, because I have 2 boxes. So I pulled out last year's because I've already started making tiles for that one. So I think I showed you ages ago, guys, but I've only made 2 tiles from that Advent. So this was tile number 1, tile number 2. That one's very pretty, I think, with the little hearts in it. And now I made tile number 3. So here it is here. This one is the bobble tile. And this is the beautiful yarn that we use. So it is a Coco DK weight yarn. This one's called Wine Gums. And the pinky color here is Clotted Cream. Now, I did make sure that I used the hook that comes with it as well. And it is this 3.5 millimeter hook for this particular tile. That's what we used. So I'm hoping to make at least 1 tile a week, preferably 2, so I can try to have it finished before the next advent calendar comes out this week. So let's see how we go, because there are 24 tiles in total. But I'm glad that I actually remembered that that was sitting in the background. As we said, a sleepy whip. So, I feel a little bit more accomplished knowing that I've 1 tile closer, or 1 square closer to getting that advent calendar done. So watch this space, guys. Let's see how we go with that one. Now, I have been busy, as always, crocheting beanies. Why? Because I love them. They're my go-to when I just want to sit in front of the TV and de-stress at the end of the day. So I thought, you know what, it'd be nice to make one for the lovely Harita. She's the operator of my local post office, and she's always so very kind to me, and we are forming a beautiful relationship. And I do know that she likes beanies. Now, someone else had gifted her, she was telling me in conversation, a beanie that she ended up giving to her son because he wanted it. And then that lovely lady made her another one. She had actually knitted her the beanies, and then she gave that one to her dad. So I said to her, I will crochet you one just for you, and I'm hoping that she gets to keep this one. So this was the one that I made for her because, as I said, she's a beautiful human and we have formed a beautiful relationship. Now, the other beanies that I'm making are beautiful, so soft. I'll show you the yarn. You have seen it before, so I'm putting it putting it in beanies at the moment. Now, I am crocheting these beanies, which will be an ongoing project, so you will see them for a while. Not just this one, but in the future, as many soft beanies that I can make. So the softest yarn that I have in my stash. Reason being, I'm crocheting them. So here in Sydney, Australia, our local big hospital, which is in the inner city, has a Chris O'Brien life house, and that is where our cancer patients end up going for treatment, and they are so well looked after. Now, there aren't many of us that can say we haven't been touched by cancer, whether it be a family member, a friend, a colleague at work. Our family certainly has, and it's very close to my heart. My father passed away 10 years, may he rest in peace. 8 years he fought a good fight, and I must say that he was so loved and so well looked after. And Chris O'Brien Lifehouse is an extension to the hospital across the road where he stayed. So when they put out a call for beanies, I just had to jump on board. A girlfriend of mine alerted me to it, and now I am starting to use this yarn, guys. I'm not sure if you remember it. I have it in this color and another color. It is so soft and squishy, and it makes the nicest beanies. I should have bought my little head to put them on. Oh, I'll put one on for you. Here you go. So they're just very, very simple beanies. I absolutely love them. But what I love the most, guys, sorry, my hair, is how soft they turn out. And I really like this ribbed one. Let me just show you. So my goal is to make as many as I can to keep as many heads warm while they're in recovery, and, you know, just to know that, you know, it's part of the whole holistic package that they offer for, you know, the people that are going through cancer. And, you know, hopefully they'll get through it at the other end and be able to keep their beanie forever, you know, keeping them warm. So I have managed to make, so I've got a bag of millends, 400 grams. So I've only gone through 1.5 balls at the moment, and I've already made 2 beanies, and I am currently starting the next one. So this, as I said, is going to be an ongoing project for me. So on occasion, as I'm making the beanies, I will show you, so you know where I'm up to. This is definitely a labor of love. So I cannot wait to keep building my little stash, and I'll be delivering, because it's very close to my home. It's only maybe 20-minute drive from here to be able to drop them off. I could probably even do that every couple of weeks, which would be wonderful, or once a month with a nice little package. Anyway, too much chitter chatter. Now, the next thing that you guys are aware of is that I have been commissioned to crochet for the Father's Day store coming up at the end of the month. So it's the 31st, I think, of August that I need to have everything ready for. And last week I started and I showed you the can cozies that I'm crocheting. Absolutely love making them. I had made 4 last week, and I have added to those, and I'll let you know how many in just a moment. So for those of you that don't know, if you hadn't seen last week's podcast, please go into if you haven't already done so. I'm using my Ogo yarns. Absolutely love my Ogo yarn stash, and I'm very, very lucky that I have a huge amount, so I'm powering through that. But what I did decide last week is I remembered I actually have my tote, which I made. This is my Sarah Satch Scrap Happy Tote made with Ogo yarn. I absolutely love this bag, and I will tell you the link, write the pattern in the description box down below. But in here, guys, I have got all my leftover yarns from all my Ogo projects. So this bag, I've actually started dipping into it. So I'm not going to be opening any new Ogos as such until I, you know, use most of my stash in here to create some more can cozies. So I've already done that. So this week I managed to make, so I finished the other Ogo that I had last week, and I had to revisit my playlist for the Ogos. And please, if you haven't already watched those videos, go and watch them. I watched episode, I think number 5 is the can cozies, because I thought, did I make 12? Because that's what I guessed last week. I actually made 8. So 8 out of each Ogo, and I'm hoping to make about 30, hopefully. So this week I made another 7. So 7, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7. Now, Thea knows that there are very many Parramatta eel supporters out there, so because we all have some in our families, so I thought, you know, make a couple of those. If I can get any more colours that relate to the footy teams, I'm certainly going to be making those, because I think some dads would really appreciate them. So that now I'm at 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're getting there, guys. We're nearly halfway. Nearly. So yeah, hopefully I'll meet my target before the end of the month, which is when I'll have to hand them over for the Father's Day store. So that's that as well. Now, this week I managed to have a very small little shop at Spotlight, so I will talk about my little acquisitions, but I am finally jumping on the blocking bandwagon. I never understood why people bothered, and I always thought, oh, things stretch out and it always works out. But let me tell you, I was in a position where I had a $20 gift voucher and a $5 gift voucher from Spotlight. They were running out, and I went in and I thought, I don't really need any more yarn. I'm very, very blessed to be able to say that. But what I would like to try is to block something. So look what I managed to get. I'm so excited to share this with you. So I purchased the boy, now this is going to fall off, the boy set of these. There's only 1, 2, 3, there's 4 of them, of these blocking mats. Now I know some people use the ones that you buy in the toy stores for the children, and I'm sure they're amazing, but from memory I think they're just one color. They don't act like they're a color. They don't have the grid, which is very, very important, because you can probably see the pin marks already on there, because the first time ever I actually blocked this, guys, and look how beautiful it looks. So this was this has been sitting here for maybe 2-3 days, and I just think it's amazing. What a difference it really does make. I understand why you all get excited. It does take time, I grant you that, but look at this. How awesome does the Coco blanket little paw look now? Look at that. So I cannot wait to, start making more, and then as I take them off, lay them nice and flat. Now, as you can see, there's the foam block, for those of you that may not be familiar, and these are the pins that you use, and I'll show you the ones that I bought and how they come. So these are a Knit Pro. Is it a Knit Pro, guys? Let me have a look. This is the brand, so this is the little packaging for it. And the blocks were $35 and I got $5 off, which I thought was a little bit pricey, but hey, that's life. But this was the great buy, because these are generally $50, but I paid $30 because I had a $20 voucher. And they come with, these have 8 pins in them. Can you guys see those? So they have 8 pins. No, that's shadowy. So there's 8 pins there, and there's 12 of these, and then there's the smaller one, which is half the size. Oops. And that is 4 pins. So that is amazing that you can, use them without having to put individual pins. I do have some of the ones that are shown here on the picture as well, these long ones. See those? I do have them. I'm not sure if you can see them. So they're just the individual ones, which is nice to have as well as spares. But these are so good, because the minute that you position them where the lines are, you know that you've got it perfectly straight. So this is what attracted me to these boards, and I thought, well, you know what, let's just pay the price. You've got a voucher now. Very lucky to be able to do that. So that's my acquisitions for the week, which was just it wasn't planned at all, but I had the vouchers. I really wanted to use them, how we all are. And as I said, I know how lucky I am to have the amount of yarn that I do. So I didn't really need to buy any more yarn. So now I'll be able to block things, not huge things, but definitely be able to block things, and I totally understand why people, have that need and desire to do it. Not everything needs to be blocked, I don't think, but some things certainly do. This has definitely benefited from blocking. So I'm very, very happy that I have the opportunity to, block all my future little tiles for the Coco blanket. So guys, that's it from me. I think I've talked your ears off. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this long. I've absolutely, loved catching up with you. Here we've been getting beautiful weather. For those that may be interested, it's starting to feel like spring. I know that it's a few weeks away, but our winter doesn't last very long here in Sydney, Australia. My only concern is that we're going to get a very hot summer, because I've been hearing that around the world people have been quite toasty this summer. So let's see how we go. I'm not good in the heat, so you might see me with lots of fans around me, or just the aircon on. We'll see how we go. Anyway, that's nothing to worry about. Talk about first world problems. Anyway, I hope you're all doing very, very well. Please share down below, as I said earlier, what you're all working on. Always feel free to send me emails of your work. My absolute pleasure is to showcase all your makes, because I know how amazing you all are. Your crocheting skills put me to shame, and I get so inspired and just want to make everything that you're making as well. I have 5,000 projects in my head, guys, all the time, just going round and round. I just need time to just sit and accomplish them all. Don't we all, right? Anyway, on this note, I'm going to say take care, and I shall see you all in another video. Bye bye, everybody.